A bit of redemption this year, right?
Yes, absolutely. Lost in the playoff last year, but to a great opponent, and just it feels good to finally win something, something big. So I worked hard. Got a teacher a year and a half ago. Been working with Mike Dinda about that long, and things finally paid off. Been knocking on the door for a while.
Let's work backwards. Well, first off, what'd you hit into 18 there?
9-iron, 142, 9-iron. About, what was that, 9 feet, 10 feet?
Yeah, 10 feet. And you just chipped out with like a low wedge over there?
8-iron, yeah, just a little, I had to keep it kind of
Were you
low
behind that
between
tree?
some limbs. Yes. Yeah, it's the only thing I could do, or hit it 2 feet off the ground and, maybe get down to the bottom. So I took the safe play.
Talk about what you're thinking about over that 9-iron shot.
Make an aggressive swing. I was thinking about hitting a little 8, but I thought, well, hit something aggressive, something that's going to get to the back of the green and spin back. I hit a couple 3/4 shots during the round and just hit them awful. So that was the thought process. Hit something hard. Make an aggressive swing.
Take us through the putt as well.
Read it to have about 2 feet of break, and it broke, just a hair more than that, and fortunately it just snuck into the right side.
Reaction when it went in?
Relief. Yeah, I could breathe. I was just thinking, just get it to the hole, give it a chance, and I was fortunate, put a good enough stroke on it that it went in.
This was really an event you went out and won.
Mm-hmm.
I would think that has to be just as gratifying as winning the tournament itself, the way you did it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had a hiccup in the, first, I guess it was what was that, 6 and 7,
Yeah.
and kind of got a little discouraged and just battled back from there. I knew I'd, hit some good irons and putted very, very well.
Working backwards, you made bogey there on 17. You hit it in the bunker. What'd you hit off the tee?
I hit 5-iron, didn't hit it very well, and came up short in the bunker, and it was probably a 40-yard bunker shot to 20, 25 feet. And, I didn't want to hit something all the way there. I tried to hit something that would kind of chase, and it just didn't chase far enough. But at least I had a chance at making a putt.
3 hours and 5 minutes thinking about that bunker shot.
Mm-hmm.
How much tougher was it?
Well, I hit about 20 of them over on the practice area when we were warming up, so
Okay.
I felt pretty confident on it. And yeah, bunker play is not usually my best, my forte, but I hit a decent shot, and hit a good putt, and just slid a couple inches low.
Birdies on the backside. I know you had
11.
Okay. What'd you hit in there?
And 12. 11, I hit gap wedge from, I think it was about maybe 118, 120.
Okay. So how far?
15 feet.
Okay.
12, I had 183 and hit 7-iron. It's about 50 feet and 2-putted.
And then
Then 16, I had 107 and hit sand wedge to maybe about 10 feet.
back on the front nine to start today. How'd you? I know it was 6 and 7. What'd you do before that?
Birdied 1.
Right.
Hit, drive in the right rough. Hit an 8-iron from like I think it was like 150, 155. Hit it to about 12 feet and a little uphill left to right putt and knocked that in.
Okay.
And then parred 2 and 3, nothing, just kind of ho-hum. 2 putts from 15 feet.
4.
Same with 4. Hit a bad sand wedge to where yesterday's pin was, a foot away from that, and 2 putted from about 30 feet.
Okay.
And made I'm going to say a 12-footer on 5 that was, had played about 3.5 feet of break, 4 feet of break.
To save par.
Make birdie.
To make birdie.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you hit? What'd you have there left?
It was right around I think it was 145, hit 9-iron.
And were you right at that hole?
I was just a little short and a little right, yeah.
About 3 feet of break, though?
More than that, like 4 feet of break.
Really?
Yeah. After watching Chip's ball and Gary's ball, Chip was, they both were up kind of on the right, and they just broke off the planet. So I, played a lot more break than I thought, and it just dropped in.
So at that point, I think you're either, one or maybe even tied for the lead, however that.
I think it was one back.
One back.
Yeah.
So what then happened on 6?
Between clubs. I was between 6 and 7-iron, and I didn't think I could get 7-iron close because it was 180. It was 182. I usually hit my 7-iron 175. So I thought, well, let me choke on a 6-iron and try to cut it in there, and just the double cross where hit it left into the hazard.
Okay.
And then, had to drop on the drop zone and made double.
Okay. And then 7, I know you went into the quarry. Were you annoyed with yourself from 6, so you decided to go for it?
No, I had it was like 198 to the pin, and I pulled it 25, 30 yards left of my target, out of the left rough. I definitely wasn't going at it. I was trying to go in the right side bunker. I was way offline with that.
Is that a 5-iron for you?
Yeah, I hit a 5-iron. Yeah, it was a good lie. It was just 2 bad swings in a row. 6 tee shot, and then the iron there.
8 and 9, par.
8, excuse me, 8 I made par. 3 wood, lob wedge, and flew it just short of pin high and came down the hill. So I had like maybe 30 feet and 2 putted, and then birdied 9.
What did you hit into 9?
Driver, gap wedge, driver sand wedge to maybe about 6 feet, 5 feet.
Sand wedge with 110, 120?
I actually had, I had 95. Because I hit something long, and brought it back 25, 30 feet.
How much did that birdie on 9 kind of calm your nerves and your emotions down?
A little bit. I know I still had it was still a few back of Chip. I think it was 3 or 4 back at the time, something like that. So I knew, I had to go 3 or 4 under on the back to have a chance. Playing against him, his record is phenomenal.
When did you think you had a chance to win the thing?
Rain delay.
Okay.
To be honest, I really wasn't. 16 I birdied, and when I went to 17 tee, I thought, all right, I have a chance. Finishing on a par 5. My thought process was try to make par, make nothing worse than bogey on 17, and then there's a gettable par 5.
How hard was that tee shot on 18? Just from a...
It was easy. I just didn't release the golf club. I hit it dead straight, exactly where I wanted to start at the tree, and I tried to turn it over and just did not turn it over. I guess it was probably nerves, not release the golf club. And then was blocked out by the tree, and just had to chip it, 60 yards down the hill, 50 yards down the hill, and hit a 9.
Give us a thought on Callaway.
Great stuff. I gained probably 10 to 15 yards with the driver, and irons are phenomenal. I like their new line of Apex irons, and the 2 drivers they have are great.
You playing the Big Berthas?
Yeah, I have Big Bertha, the regular Big Bertha
Okay.
driver, and then the Apex Pro irons.